It's a Riyadh season original, and original is definitely the word that comes to mind. This could be a movie. Now I think it's time, Dev, to bring in the two men, the head honchos. Why this fight is happening. You can see them behind me. I think it's time we bring them in, right?
I agree, Josh. I think it's time. It is now time to welcome to the stage the man with perhaps the loudest mouth in boxing. You may recognise him from the front cover of Men's Health magazine or from the 400 YouTube interviews a day. Proudly representing Brentwood, Essex, please welcome the chairman of Matchroom Boxing, Mr. Eddie Hearn.
You're looking very smug, Eddie. Confident.
All right, now let's welcome to the stage the Hall of Fame boxing promoter who has spent over 40 years promoting the biggest stars and fight nights in the UK. You may know him for his no-nonsense approach, and he may have even asked you to do him a favour. Proudly representing Islington, London, please welcome the chairman of Queensberry Promotions, Mr. Frank Warren.
The governor's in town. I've got to say, boys, you both look very confident. I've never seen so much teeth from both of you.
Well, you've got to believe in what you're doing, and we believe in what we're doing with our team. We've got the team here. All will be revealed soon.
There we go. Listen, I started off and I briefly touched on this rivalry and how long it's been going on, the fact that it stretches through generations, but I think who better to ask than you two? Eddie, I'm going to start with you. Where did it start?
Well, I mean, many decades ago. You know, you were talking about fruit machines and billiard halls. I mean, even before they were recognised names, there was almost a rivalry. Even growing up as a kid, 9, 10, 11 years old, I'd hear the name in the house. Wasn't always the most pleasant conversation, but they were on the phone arguing and they were rivals. And I think the rivalry has been great for British boxing. You know, it's enabled the sport to grow. And, you know, Frank, same as my old man, same as me, we like to win. Yeah. And we don't like anyone else to win. And, you know, it is actually quite remarkable as we talk every week and we meet multiple times with His Excellency, that it has actually taken this long for us to work together, or even to speak. I mean, you're talking about 13 or 14 years where we never spoke. And it's not good for the sport of boxing. The rivalry's good, the competition's good, but now we take it to another level with events like this. And, you know, people talk about coming together for financial gain. Of course, we're running a business, but we come together because of the vision of His Excellency, who basically slapped us both around the ear and said, what on earth are you doing? Because he couldn't quite understand why you wouldn't want to make the biggest fights. Why wouldn't the two biggest promoters in the world want to work together and give fans the matchup? Now we've got the rivalry, the team concept. I mean, I went backstage, I bumped into this lot. They were going to lynch me. I mean, this is serious. We have to win. And although we're friends now, we're not really. I want to absolutely destroy Queensberry on June the 1st, as I said. And we will be there on the night, you know, beating our chests, willing our guys on. And these are massive fights for our guys. You've got world championships, you've got huge heavyweight dust-ups, you've got big domestic fights, you've got career-defining and ending fights. And one thing that I know that we do share in common is we love our fighters. And we want them to win desperately. And this fight I've got here, I'm very confident we'll do the business in Riyadh.
Fighting words early on in the presser. Frank, was it the same for you? Was the Hearn name, he shall not be named? Or was it always that deep?
We were partners for a while. We did a breakaway snooker thing, Barry and myself, many, many years ago. And so very briefly, we were partners. And we did actually speak quite a few times over the 14 years, I've got to be honest. Those calls you were getting in the middle of the night, they were from me. No, this is, you know, there is a natural rivalry, we get that. We both love the sport, we both want to win because we're, as Eddie says, we're competitive. We both feel for our fighters. We pick the weights and the teams that we feel will make sure that will happen. And through His Excellency, you know, so much has happened since October, since that first fight in October with Tyson and Ngannou. And I said it would be a game changer, and I underestimated that. It's been a double game changer. It's been nothing like this. And this is a Riyadh season original on the 1st of June. This is something, you know, things like this, well, I can't even remember anything like this ever happening in boxing. So I think this will be the first of, hopefully be the first of many of these encounters. And I mean, and I'm sure Eddie will want another one, you know, for a rematch to try and get his own back after we wipe the floor with him. But this is going to be something special. It's going to be a fabulous night's boxing on a card that has 4 belts on the line. 4 belts on the line, 2 undefeated fighters that we just spoke about in the previous contest. And this, I mean, don't get any better. You're a fight fan, you're in fight heaven. This is something that, you know, people will talk about in years to come. And we want to win it. Eddie's team want to win it, his fighters want to win it, we want to win it. We're all competitive. Everyone's competitive. You know why? Because it's called the fight game. There's winners and losers, and we are not and don't want to be the losers. Everything's on the line here. So June 1st, watch it, because you're going to see something extra special.
Frank, it didn't feel that long ago, Eddie, that we were on this very stage and we were talking about a completely different fight, and then His Excellency had a visionary idea of putting you two against each other, head to head, picking your best, almost like schoolyard rules. Did you ever believe that it would actually happen?
Once His Excellency said it was going to happen, it was going to happen. Because everything he says he wants to do with his vision and paves the way for us to go out and then make it happen. But yeah, he says it's going to happen. I'm telling you, it will happen.
What would it mean for you to win this, Eddie?
It's only winning. I mean, everything else. I mean, people talk about taking part. Couldn't be more irrelevant. Winning. It's the only thing that matters in sport, in life. And as Frank said, this is the fight game, the greatest sport in the world. And you know, we're all very lucky to be working in a period now where these events are happening, and these fighters as well. You know, I want to thank, of course, Sella and His Excellency and the team who not just make the fights happen, make the event happen, make the promo happen. I think shortly you will see one of the best promos I've ever seen. These 5 have already been out to Bulgaria on a Hollywood film set, having an experience of a lifetime. And this is what it is. It's big-time boxing. It's putting boxing on the map with the major sports in the world. The purest, most beautiful, greatest sport of all is professional boxing. And now it's getting the attention it deserves, and the fans are getting the big fights and the big nights they've craved for a long time.
Frank, would you echo Eddie's sentiments there?
Every word of it. See, we agree. Every word of it. I mean, this is, you know, this, for me, I've been doing this now for 47 years, and I can't tell you how it makes you feel to be involved in this. It's like life-changing, and it's just so brilliant. And it's getting bigger and bigger. It's like this snowball coming down the hill. It's rolling down, and it's unstoppable. And event after event after event gets bigger and bigger and better. And here we are now, hopefully the first of our rivalry. And who knows, we may join ourselves together and fight somebody from the States or another part of the world. Who knows how we do this, but this is magnificent for boxing. It's magnificent for the fans. They're getting what they want. Evenly matched fights, unifications. I mean, it's all happening. It's all happening in Riyadh. It's all part of the Riyadh season, and it's just been so phenomenal and game-changing. And I'm going to repeat myself, I underestimated that in a big way. This has changed everything about boxing.
There we go. Now, this is where we're all here for. Dev, I think it's time that we find out who exactly is behind these masks.
I think it's time, Josh. Well, Frank Warren has picked the heavyweight division. Would Frank Warren's heavyweight pick please take off their mask?
Whoa, dangerous stand.
Well, he is a native of Greenwich, London, England. He has an outstanding record of 20 wins, only 2 defeats, with 19 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the former British, Commonwealth and WBA regular heavyweight champion, Triple D, Daniel Dynamite Dubois. Okay, well, we've got Daniel Dubois in one corner. Will the Matchroom heavyweight pick please remove his mask? He is a native of Zagreb, Croatia. He is unbeaten with a record of 17 wins and no defeats, with 14 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the Olympic bronze medalist and IBF mandatory challenger, Filip El Animal Hrgović.
What a fight, eh? That is a great heavyweight fight. What a fight.
I think actually I've become a little bit of a fan of a few Queensberry fighters, being part of these shows. Nick Ball, one of them, robbed last time out to become world champion.
We haven't announced Nick Ball yet.
Oh my God. No, I'm saying I'm just a fan of him. I don't know what you're going on about. I don't know why you had to say that. But in terms of Daniel Dubois, a real character and a great fighter. However, this man we've been working with for a number of years now. And in my opinion, this is an elite heavyweight in Filip Hrgović, a guy who is on the verge of becoming world champion. We'll see what happens with the belts. We know there's a potential carrot for the winner of this fight in a massive fight, whoever that may be. But what a heavyweight matchup, Filip Hrgović against Daniel Dubois. Great matchup, and of course, 1-0 to Matchroom.
Well, Eddie Hearn has picked the featherweight. Eddie Hearn has picked the featherweight division. There is no guarantee it's anyone that's already been named. Will the Matchroom featherweight please now take their mask off?
Whoa.
He is a native of Camden, New Jersey, USA. An outstanding record of 15 wins, no defeats with 1 draw. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the reigning, defending WBA World Featherweight Champion, Raymond Savage Ford. And now it's time for the Queensberry featherweight to remove his mask again. We don't know who it is. Please remove your mask.
Oh.
Well, he is a native of Liverpool, England, an outstanding record of 19 wins, no defeats with 1 draw. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the former WBC silver featherweight champion, Nick the Wrecking Ball. Okay, let's continue now. Promoter Frank Warren has picked the middleweight division. Will the Queensberry middleweight please remove their mask?
Whoa.
He is a native of Ilford, London, England, unbeaten with a record of 19 wins and no defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the reigning Commonwealth and WBC silver middleweight champion, Hamza Shiraz! Okay, it's now time for his opponent on June 1st. We asked the Matchroom middleweight to please remove your mask. Well, here's a native of Houston, Texas, USA, unbeaten with a record of 16 wins, no defeats. Introducing the former standout amateur sensation and reigning IBF North American middleweight champion, Austin Ammo Williams. Okay, well, promoter Eddie Hearn has selected the light heavyweight division. will the Matchroom light heavyweight please remove your mask? He's a native of Crystal Palace, London, England. An outstanding record of 18 wins, 3 defeats and 1 draw. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Craig Spider Richards. Well, let's meet his June 1st opponent. Will the Queensberry light heavyweight please remove your mask? He is a native of Carstairs, Scotland, an outstanding record of 17 wins with only 1 defeat. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the former world amateur champion, Willie the Hutch Train Hutchinson. Well, ladies and gentlemen, for the final pick, His Excellency has chosen for there to be another fight in the marquee division of boxing, in the heavyweight division. Will the Queensberry pick please remove your mask? Well, he is a native of Xinjiang, China, now fighting out of Bloomfield, New Jersey, USA. A record of 26 wins, 2 defeats and 1 draw. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Zhang Big Bang Zhang. Okay, the final pick will now be unveiled. Will the Matchroom heavyweight pick please remove your mask? He is a native of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, USA. He brings to the stage an incredible record, 43 wins, only 3 defeats and 1 draw, with an incredible 42 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the former long-reigning WBC World Heavyweight Champion, the Bronze Bomber, Deontay Wilder!
Eddie, I've got to start with you. I didn't see that one coming. Can we talk about Deontay Wilder? I think in football, that's what we call a super sub.
Super sub, indeed. His Excellency said for the wild card pick, we could find the best fighter we could. I looked at the heavyweights available. I think this man has long been one of the most dangerous punchers in the division. Coming off a defeat, I think he's going to come back more dangerous than ever. And, you know, when we spoke to Shelley and the team and Deontay, this was the obvious pick to make. Deontay Wilder against Zhang is a massive, massive heavyweight fight between 2 punchers. And we'll see what the future holds. But for one night only, we work together. And I believe this man's going to make a real statement and get back on the heavyweight scene and produce an epic performance in Riyadh.
Well, if you're going to bring in a ringer, that's one way to do it, Eddie. Now, Frank, now you've seen the boys up close and personal on the same stage. You confident?
Yeah, look, I'm a fan of all the guys. They're good. He's got a very, very good and strong team now. But we got belief in our guys, and I'm looking forward to it. I really am looking forward to it. This is going to be spectacular. There's so much at stake, and I know that Deontay, for example, looking at him, he knows how important this fight is to him. His career's on the line, and it's the same with Zile. This fight is a big, big match for them. The winner of this goes back to the top table. So everything's on the line. That's the competition. That's how competitive that fight's going to be.
Listen, before we get into the nuts and bolts of this, I'm going to come to each fighter, get a quick word of how they feel about their matchup. Daniel, I'm going to start with you. You feeling confident? You look over there to the far side. Filip Hrgović, it's a big fight.
Very, very confident, you know, working hard, and I'm just ready to prove, you know. We had a spar a while back, and he keeps talking about that. So I'm going to just show him that people change, and, you know, I'm a different animal now.
Fighting words. Filip, how do you respond to that?
I hope so. He changed, because if he didn't change it, it would last few rounds only. So I hope so. He changed, man. That sparring wasn't good for him. So I hope so. You changed. And
we can save those fighting words for when we really go hammer and tong. It's a bit later on in the day. Craig, good to see you. You know who you're up against.
Yeah. Good seeing your lads today. Obviously, thank God, thank Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing, Frank Smith, and He Excellency for putting me on this show. I'm excited and can't wait.
Nick.
What's going on?
Hello, lad. Good to see you again. Yeah. You happy with your music this time?
Yeah. Better winner.
Listen, last time out, it was very, very close. You're up against another dangerous opponent. Confident you're going to get points on the board for Team Queensberry?
Yeah, always confident. It's another massive opportunity for me, thanks to His Excellency and Frank for getting me the opportunity. So, looking forward to the fight now, yeah.
Right. How would you respond?
5-0. That's all I can say. I'm going for the knockout, though.
Nice and easy. Amo Williams, the next US star, they're saying, in Eddie Hearn's stable. Now you're in the UK. We're going to be fighting in Saudi. How you feeling? The glasses are saying you're a superstar. You got to win with them on.
Oh yeah, I'm so excited. First, I just want to give thanks to everybody involved. This event is massive. It's massive, and I just want to say thank you to everybody involved in making it happen. I'm so ready to showcase my skill. I'm so ready to showcase all the investment, all the fights, everything that we've done together, me and Eddie Hearn, and it will shine through in Saudi Arabia, June 1st. Don't miss it.
Hamza, I seem to see you at every fight. You're a busy man, always looking suave.
Yep. Yeah, no, first of all, I'd like to thank the Almighty Allah for allowing me to be here today. I'd like to thank His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh for making it happen. I'd like to thank Ricky, my team, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm ready. June the 1st. It's going to be a Queensberry win for sure.
Willie, you can just about see Craig down there. How you feeling?
I can't see him.
We'll take a step back. Willie, mate, you can look in his eyes.
Hello.
What's going on? You good?
Good.
Hey,
Very good.
Perfect. You look confident. Every fight, every interview I see, you're buzzing. Still that confidence today?
Yeah, I'm buzzing. Obviously, thank you very much for the Prince, the Sheikh, for giving me, and Frank and everyone giving me the opportunity to be here. And I'm as confident as confidence is through the roof. I'm looking forward to getting in the ring with this fella and having a good time and enjoying myself. And yeah, I'm looking forward to getting in the ring now. I don't know if it was a good idea you giving me this mic, you know.
I know. Listen, we've only got a short amount of time. We've got some stuff to show you.
I would stay for 2 hours if we
Listen, you get your opportunity. Don't worry, I'll come back to you a little bit later. But now, before we speak to the two giants here on the stage, I got a sneak peek of it yesterday, and I'm telling you, the acting skills are incredible. You will not see promo like this ever. The levels keep on rising. Enough talking from me. I think we run the promo.
Gentlemen, you know my rules. We'll have no around and absolutely no funny business. We're going to wait our turn and maintain our manners at all times, or this game's over before it's even begun. Frank, let's have you do the honours. Age before beauty, Eddie. Let's get some fights made. I haven't got all night.
Chop, chop, Frankie. Off you go.
Chop, chop indeed. That's a cleaver swinging, and there's a killer behind it. He's enjoying his first Friday as a butcher, when two guys come in to collect, as they always do. Where's our money, they demand from his boss. Our butcher here doesn't take too kindly to the noise. He calmly asks, "Can I help you?" Before they can respond, crash. Bang. And a wallop. They wake up on the pavement the next morning. Nice sausages, though.
Cute. What a lovely bedtime story. Flip it, sweetheart.
Watch your mouth.
The jeweler. This kid's a proper diamond. Rocks, chains, watches. Knock, knock. Who's there? 3 blokes come crashing through the door. Lost Property's closed on a Monday, boys. He smiles, but some people just can't take no for an answer. I don't think this is yours, they say. The front man throws a punch. My man slips it. Bang! He pops the next man's nose like a bloody balloon. You've broken my nose. He goes, bang! And it's outside and a quick way down for the challenger.
Let's see what you're packing, Eddie.
Picture this. You got yourself into one of the most dangerous man's houses in the East End. You're browsing his gallery for your nan's next wall piece.
Looked after his nan. Oh.
When you come face to face with a colourful character himself and his lovely sawn-off shotgun, you slip the first shot, leaving with a shiner to remember you by. That's another one for his nan's collection.
They say if you love what you do, you'll never have to work another day in your life. He's never had a CV. Just a fist. So he got a job as a doorman. And like the saying goes, if you can't take the heat, then why are you even in the kitchen?
Talking about kitchens, this man is a cook. And he doesn't take customer feedback too well either. That's not the way I like it. Get back in there and make me another, the customer says. Wallop. Now that's one way to enjoy a haggis.
It's the ones that work in the shadows are the ones you want to look out for. He shouts at my lad, get over here and clean this blood off the canvas. My lad steps inside the ring. Where's your mop? He said he'd clean the floor with him. Night, night.
I can always respect a man that takes out the rubbish.
This lot in the same room's going to be trouble. Come on, then.
This man's an artist. My lad's a perfectionist, a visionary, fists like cast iron. His boss comes over. What's taking you so long? I'm thinking, he says. Next minute, it's bang.
Now, houses aren't this man's forte. He likes fixing cars and breaking jaws. If you happen to find your way into this man's garage looking for trouble, saying things like, should I trash the place? Should I burn the place? You're generally leaving toothless, I'm afraid.
Last two cards, gents.
Not all heroes wear capes. Some wear tyres and ride double-deckers. So when someone disrupts his peaceful commute, crash, his head through the window.
This man's been behind the wheel all day. What does he see? Some having some old girl's handbag. He hammers his foot to the pedal. He steps out of the taxi to finish the job right there on the pavement. She even tipped him a fiver.
June the 1st, make sure your mob are there.
Troops assembled.
Shake hands, boys. Let's have a fair fight.
Have you ever seen anything like that? Incredible promo. Boys, I think you should get IMDb credits if you... but listen, if you do another one of them, I'm serious, it could be a career.
That was just an incredible experience. We were filming for about 6 hours on that table. And as I said, all of these fighters flew out to Bulgaria for a couple of days. And I just want to, you know, I know we're all forever thanking His Excellency, but thank you not just for making the fights, but the vision for boxing and allowing these fighters to express themselves and showcase their personality and their stories. And I know every one of these guys absolutely loved it. And it's how you spin a narrative. It's how you tell a story that gets people excited. And that was absolutely brilliant. I mean, I thought Frank was very good. I was sensational, but, you know.
It never stops. A career change for any of you boys on this table? Slightly easier acting than doing what you're doing.
They're not going to give up their day jobs.
Now, His Excellency surprised us with a pick at heavyweight, so I think it's time we hear from the fighters from the weight division that he chose. Deontay, the super sub. In England, we might call you a ringer, which means when you get a player who doesn't usually play for you that's very good. How are you feeling being up here?
I feel good. Man, it's a blessing just to be back in the scenes of everything. I'd like to thank Frank, Warren, Queensberry, Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Promotion. Nobody ever thought with me and old Eddie would be working together. So this is an ultimate surprise right here. And like Eddie said to Frank, you know, it's a shame that we can't work together in the business of boxing. This is what it's all about. The best fighting the best promoter going against the best promoters, to putting fighters together. And I love the scenery. I love how Your Excellency, you know, Turkey come in and his staff, and they rearrange and change the way boxing is promoted and done. And I'm looking for that acting career after. Yeah. You don't have to get hit. But, you know, I'm looking forward to the fight. Zhang, I respect Zhang. He's a good fighter, and I respect him for that. But it's my time, you know. I've been through a lot, you understand me? And I've had to regroup. I've had to get myself together. And things just don't change overnight. Things don't change for the next fight or so. You have to keep working. You have to keep pushing. You have to keep working. You have to keep pushing, keep working, keep pushing until you get what you want. And I'm at this point in time where I'm narrowing it down. And come the night of the fight, we'll see if I got it or not. This fight, I'm holding it as my last stance, my last chance, you know, and that's what I'm taking it accordingly as, you know. And I'm just ready to do what I'm known to do. You understand? To be the Wilder that I am. You know, I lost my love and the passion for this business. I lost my hunger for so many different reasons, you know. But now I'm in an opportunity where I'm dealing with people that love the craziness, that love the wildness of Wilder, the love that Wilder that say he want a body on his record, Wilder. And it's amazing to be around people that appreciate what they see in front of them. It's amazing to be, you know, tied into people that love what we do. People don't understand what we do and how we have to do it and get to that point. This is not an easy task that we do. Boxing is strictly a business. It's not a sport for me. I always say the business of boxing, and that's what it is accordingly. We risk our lives for you guys' entertainment, and here I am again. I'm not playing around this time. I have nothing to lose. I feel like I've lost a lot of things in my life, even some of the closest people in my life. So I don't feel like I have nothing else to lose, but only to gain. And this fight, we're going to tell, we're going to see. It's enough of the talking. I even told my team, I don't want to hear how good I look, how I am, this and this. I'm not going to even be posting too much this time around because I mean business. I can feel the desire and the sensation in my heart again. That hunger, that monster, that beast is coming back. The pain that I've endured over these last years, it's going to be, you will see what I'm talking about comes the night of the fight. So good luck to all, and to all a good night.
Strong words there from Deontay. You can see it means a lot. And the man that's going to be on the other end of that pain that Deontay is channeling is Zhang. Zhang, you're representing, you're His Excellency's pick. You're representing Team Queensberry. You're up against one of the most destructive punchers in the division. You are one of the most destructive punchers in the division. You looking to end this one early?
在经历过这一番陈词之后啊，你觉得在比赛的当天，你有机会提前终结这个比赛吗？
首先再次来到伦敦，感谢 His Excellency， 感谢 Queensberry， 感谢沃伦，再一次让我站到世界顶级的舞台上面。沃尔德是一个重炮手，实力非常强悍，但是我要小心，非常小心。然后，但是我也是一个技术型的重炮手。如果我看到机会，我手下不会手软。
First of all, it's a pleasure for me to be in London again. Thank you to His Excellency. Thank you to Frank Warren for making this happen. Wilder across the table, he's the heaviest puncher in boxing. It's very dangerous. I have to be really careful, really cautious. But when the opportunity shows itself, I'm not going to hold back.
There we go. Strong words. Prediction, you're going to get that win. It's going to be a knockout. Guys, I think that is all we got time for. You'll hear from these fighters in the build-up to this huge event. I could stand up here and talk to you guys all day. Feels like we're just getting started. But it's only right now that we stand and we get some photos. Team v team, Frank and Eddie, Queensberry against Matchroom, 5v5. I can't wait. And I know the media are absolutely buzzing that we finally get to see who's representing each promotional outfit. Thank you very much.
Well, it wasn't short of a spectacle. I give him that. As Josh Denzel just wraps up over my shoulder. Incredible promotion once again, Carl. I feel like the promotion team deserves as much acknowledgement as anything else.
I mean, before we even start talking about the fights, I've never seen anything quite like that. That was unbelievable.
It's incredible.
I mean, some of the boys actually looked like they could act a bit as well.
Nick Ball looked like he could do that before.
Yeah,
It looked like
it was very, very good.
I want so much to take in there. I think we should probably just take a deep breath first of all and just acknowledge this is real now. Do you know what I mean?
I'm just delighted that we can actually mention the fighters' names.
Thank gosh.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it says on the tin, it's literally 50-50 fights, 5 of them, plus the main event, which is another 50-50 fight. How can you not like us? How can you not like... And I mean, it's not like when I say 50-50, we talk about styles and stuff of the fighters.
Yep.
None of these fights are going to be dull. They're all going to be cracking fights. So, I mean, I'm very, very excited about it.
They're going to be exceptional, and this is the best part. We get to turn man into the face-off right there. Philip Hergovich, I think about how long he's positioned himself in that IBF position, especially for a world championship opportunity. And Daniel Dubois, who's revitalized his career now and going in the right direction that Frank would have believed beforehand. Interesting matchup between these two.
Yeah, it really is. It's definitely more to lose for Philip Hergovich. As you said, he's the IBF mandatory. I think his thinking behind this is obviously, look, he's going to get paid really well, but he's thinking that I need to keep busy while I'm waiting on the belts to become available, whether it's Usyk or Fury or whoever it is. Yep. He can't just sit by and fight guys that he's expected to beat all the time. This is a tough test for him, so credit to him for taking the risk. And Daniel Dubois, a guy who in his last couple of fights I think has really, really impressed me. I think he's improving. I think the fight against Miller, I think he came through a lot of adversity. He had to bite down the gum shield, which we hadn't seen before previously in his career, and he's been criticised for that a little bit. But I think he'll have learned a lot from the Miller fight. And again, another 50-50. But
contrast of styles here, though. I love what I saw Ray Ford do in terms of to get that WBA strap and how impressive he was back in March. But then Nick Ball, again, he could turn around and arguably have the WBC sitting on his shoulder right now.
Both guys are probably disappointed this isn't for a unification fight, because in my eyes, Nick Ball won the fight against Vargas. He should be a world champion, but he's not. But look at the height difference here. This isn't something that's new to Nick Ball. This is
he enjoys it.
He enjoys it. I think he likes.
I think he almost likes looking up at people.
I think so.
I think it's something about him that probably gives him that little bit of a mental edge that he's just taking it all in. And this one as well. I mean, first of all, credit to Ammo Williams. I like the way he put himself together today. Yeah. But Hamza Shiraz is someone that we both know quite well, who's worked with. We've seen his development. We've seen what he's turned around and done on big stages in terms of being a headline. How do you think he's going to accept the challenge?
I mean, again, another risky fight for both guys who are very, very close to be fighting for world titles, and the loser kind of goes back a few steps again. So the winner in my eyes of this fight his next fight should be for a world title. Hopefully His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh will be able to make that happen. But I mean, Hamza Shiraz, for me, I was speaking to Ammo Williams backstage. Lovely kid and a great fighter as well.
Great fighter.
But I've been really high on Hamza Shiraz for quite a while now. Difficult fight for both boys, but yeah, it's another one I'm excited about.
I know quickly, because I know they're moving very quickly in terms of the stage, but how's Hamza going to handle the different element that Ammo's going to bring? Typical American fighter. You know he's going to be loud, you know he's going to be vocal.
Yeah.
He's going to give a different element.
I think he'll be alright. Look, he's in a gym as well where he trains in America. He's been coming across these guys in the gym, sparring all the time, so it's something he'll be well used to. Hamza is very, very relaxed, always just kind of thinking about business, and that's it, nothing personal.
Super close relationship with Spider Richards, speaking from a personal sense. Got to know Willie Hutchinson in terms of his last performance down at York Hall. Again, it's just really good matchmaking in terms of these styles these two are going to have.
Yeah.
What do you kind of make of this one?
Really good fights. I think Richards is a quality fighter, really dogged and fit and trying to drag people into deep ends a lot. And Willie Hutchinson, quality fighter, can really punch hard. I think it suited him since he's moved up to light heavyweight. One issue though is Willie. I think the most rounds Willie's ever done is 7.
Yep.
So that, you know, as the fight goes on and progresses, that may be something that he has to deal with. But again, I just keep saying it without sounding like a broken record. Another 50-50, hard to call fight.
Great call there in terms of the longevity of the fight. Because you think about some of the gruels that Spider's been in, especially domestically or even on the world scene against
He
people.
knows how to do it. He knows how to do it.
Especially the second half of fights. And then the wild card, as they turn around and say, I mean, no matter what anybody says, it's incredible to always have Deontay Wilder back in the building. Automatic box off, automatic going to sell tickets. And Jilly Zhang, he doesn't do short, he doesn't do small fights. He doesn't do standout performances. He just knocks people out on the tin.
Another quality heavyweight fight against, you know, it's the former world heavyweight champion against someone who, I mean, is world class. He's a world class fighter,
world class operator.
I think that the issue for both these guys is they both gas as the fight goes on. But for me, that makes it exciting because I don't think the fight goes a distance. Someone's going to get knocked out, probably in the second half when they start to unravel a little bit.
You can hear a pin drop in here, and that is the tension that heavyweights bring. I like that. That was a really important moment because out of all the face-offs we've had so far, some have gotten each other's face. Both fighters clearly are respecting each other's sense, but you know they say that you can't take too much from a face-off. What do you take from there? That was intense, and they both kind of feel.
Again, are we listening to him?
Oh, Josh has got another surprise for us, clearly.